I'm just muting the phone because lovely Andrew's in our ear, and apparently if we mute that, it makes it better for him to be able to speak to us. Welcome, one and all. Our last live hour of Friday. I hope you're all looking forward to a fabulous weekend. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be doing this weekend. I don't assume anything. I just open the curtains and have a look outside at the minute because Mr. Weatherman gets it wrong all the time. Oh, steady. Oh, dear. We nearly lost the cameraman. Man down. Nearly. So welcome to our last shopping live hour of today. You'll be out there watching us on that Facebook and Instagram, so thank you for doing that, and thank you for staying with us for today. Obviously, we are back with you tomorrow morning. I think it's yourself and Stephanie, isn't it?
I'm so excited for tomorrow, Amanda. Hi, everyone. I'm literally going to be here with you tomorrow, sharing a brand new trimmer with Stephanie. And also, we've got a brand new launch from Cadence as well. We've got 3 hours to share with you tomorrow, starting from 8 a.m. Don't miss it. Stay with us for the whole 3 hours because there is so much to share. I don't think the stock is... I mean, if you start shopping ahead tomorrow morning, I don't even know if it's going to be there before the show starts. So please, please remember to just stay tuned.
Yeah, because I think there may be an email that goes out.
Yeah, there is. And do you know what? There's a trend starting and it's all shopping ahead.
Nope.
You're just not going to want to miss it, guys.
Absolutely not. Do not miss it at all. So welcome. We have a spin the wheel code, Moose.
Loose about this hoose.
Yes, there's a moose. So type in the word moose for a spin the wheel opportunity, okay, which is brilliant.
Here it is, Amanda.
There we are. Have we got it? It's brought it in, look. There we are.
Do a really good job. Thank you. We just keep going round and round, Andrew.
You just... Oh, David.
Sorry.
No, you're not, though.
I'm on rotation now.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Please, somebody help me.
I can't think of another joke. It'd be like trying to reinvent the wheel. Sorry, just carry on. I was on a roll. We'll go around in circles now. Right, come on.
Help. How do they shop? On Instagram and Facebook, please. Don't be laughing and don't be messaging because you just encourage him and then it just gets worse and it all gets well out of hand. So here we are. So on Facebook and Instagram. Oh, honestly, I have to sit next to him all day. Actually, I don't anymore because we're either in here or out there we swap.
I've not seen you this morning.
I'm not until now. Hi, you're right. How's your morning been?
Yeah, good.
So I only get on tomorrow. I'll only see him if he's on air and I'll message in. Hello. Yes, so Facebook and Instagram. You'll need a shop code while you're on there shopping with us on our fabulous social media shopping. So if it's the first time joining us, I will be giving you shop codes throughout the hour that corresponds with the product that's on the counter. Now, the first one is shop. I'm going to go mono. Shop mono for this one. Okay, you type that in the comments. Once you've popped that into the comments, you will actually get...
What?
Shake it then. Well done. You will actually get a message back from ourselves. And once you're ready for checking out all your lovely goodies, you will then be able to open up the message that we've sent you. In there is a link. Click on that link. It takes you straight to your shopping basket on our website. Brilliant. If you want to watch us in a bigger screen or on a bigger screen, you can actually watch us on your smart TVs on YouTube, which again is fabulous. If you do drop on there and have a look, if you've not already subscribed, liked and shared, please do so, because by doing that you get to know everything that's going off here at Highlight Crafts, which is phenomenal. And then of course the final way you can actually shop with us is to go onto our website, highlightcrafts.com, and while you're on there, there is a bar at the top that suggests you can shop today's deals, which is just brilliant, and then go to the live shopping and you can stream us live there. Now, it's a little bit different shopping on there. You can use your shop codes if you wish to, But down here on this side of your screen are all the elements that are on the show, all the fabulous deals. Click on one, add to basket. When you're ready for checking out your lovely goodies and you want our packing ninjas to send it out to you, click your shopping basket, open it up, log in, check out. That easy. How cool is that? Now, I came in with our lovely Sam and set the show up. Then Andrew rang. So I came back in, cleared the counter because she'd bought it all, and we set up a different show. How about that? Because last hour was busy. You lot busy. So shop mono, black and white resin cast.
Hey,
Hi. Feel like.
sorry.
Hi.
Do you know what, Amanda? This is the best deal I've ever seen this resin cast on.
Is it really?
So this is your opportunity to get hold of it. Yeah, because each bag individually, usually about £29.99 each.
Yes.
You're going to get the pair of them, which means you're essentially only paying £9.99 for one of them. Honestly.
Did you get that? You only paid £9.99 for one of these. That's amazing. Amazing it is. You don't get the coffee included. Let me just hide that. That's mine.
So you're going to get the black and the white, of course, 800 grams of both, equating to, of course, 1,600 grams of your fabulous resin cast medium today. Now, of course, with this, it's fully water-based, meaning you mix just general tap water with it. Of course, in a ratio of 100 grams to 35 grams for your white, 100 grams to 25 grams for the black. It's intensely pigmented, meaning you get a fabulous result, meaning you can use gilding flakes with this. And of course, any other mediums that you want to delve in and throw them in there, whether it's metal flakes, alcohol inks, maybe from earlier on, you can use all of these inside here and they look fabulous together.
That one's my mould. I had a play.
You had a play for this one?
I did have a play. Yeah, absolutely. I thoroughly enjoyed myself having a little delve into these. It is a phenomenal deal, guys. So if you can go for this and then also multi-buy, because at the end of the day, you can make and sell as well. So if you've actually created yourself a little online business, this is the best way to go. When we bring you the deals, is to stock up if you can. Absolutely amazing. Now, the next one, we didn't have this on the last show. We've had to do a little bit of a jiggery-pokery. Is Shop Bowl. Multi-wick candle, $17.99.
Yes, so this one here for you, bit of gilding flake just popped out my hand then. So this here is the Trinket Bowl. This is huge, okay?
It is huge.
So it allows you to put multi-wicks inside here. You only want 3 or 4, or just a singular one in the centre. You've got your lid, and then of course you also have the main vessel itself. Now, naturally, once you decast this one, it's going to sit upright like this. Now, you're going to be so playful with these. You could rice paper it. You could use your airbrush tool onto it once you've demolded it and create a fabulous ombre finishing effect.
Can you airbrush these things?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Airbrush a lot of them. It looks fabulous with your alcohol inks, so of course like your water base, your dyes, that sort of thing. So what we've got here is that channel width on the inside here. Pour either your black or white or both to create a marbled effect. And of course these look wonderful. Jewelry boxes, whether you're going to have, you know, it could be small circular coasters that you're going to keep inside here. Anything.
I do like that you get a lid.
Yes.
Or it can be your tray that you sand it on. I really do like that. I think that is super, because then that is quality, isn't it? You know that you've got a really good product. And again, $17.99. Now these are silicone moulds. You are getting both pieces. So as long as you look after them, they're going to last you a lifetime.
Oh, of course they are. You don't even need to clean them when you demold them. Unless you get a bit of build-up in there of pigmentation that you've used, they rarely ever need to be cleaned.
Which is, because that's the idea about the silicone, isn't it? It all just falls away and comes off.
They're brilliant. Non-stick
at its best. We're going to move on a little bit because, again, oh dear, we've not got very much of anything left. We said earlier, and David says, well, what are we going to do? Well, we'll just have to... We're going to go bundle, please, Andrew.
Oh, this is your Chameleon bundle. Now, in here, you're going to get 8 of your Chameleon mica powders. Honestly, the colours on these are incredible. Look at the interference that you get. So, when you actually paint these onto a dark and light surface, the light that bounces off will give you pinks, gold, you've got fuchsias, bronzes inside here. Now, you've got 8 colours to play with, all variety of tones. These are just like magic. They sold so quickly in the earlier show. We do not have a great deal of them left.
Nope, limited stock.
But you don't just get the micas. This is where the beauty happens, because the team have put together a great bundle where you get 5 of the Cadence adhesives alongside it, meaning these micas you can use on fabric, glassware, ceramics, cardboard, cardstocks, perspex, you name it, you mix it and make your own mag paint.
How good is that? So that has been painted on with, mixed in with one of these for it to be permanent. Isn't that beautiful?
I love it.
And they are, it is magic. That first brush stroke when you paint it on and you see the interference happen, it's like, what? How does it do that? But it does. It's brilliant. So for that one shop bundle, $39.98. It is already limited stock. Okay, apologise for that. However, if you want to stock up on your Magic Bond and Seal because it's something that you've already been working with, you absolutely can. Shop Magic, $14.99 for this one. And like David said, there are 5 different mediums in this box, and it doesn't do it justice to say that it's a taster set. It absolutely isn't a taster set. You have got your matte, your gloss, your antique, your dishwasher and your fabric in here. Okay, all of those mediums together in one box, which is brilliant. $14.99. And then we have something else that is incredible, and you could mix your powders in with this as well, because I think that would create an amazing interference colour. You're getting both of them, guys, black and white together as a bundle, $11.99. Now, when we talk about Cadence Gesso, I've had gesso before that I've bought from that big river place. Different variations. I've tried different brands, big brand names. I have never come across a gesso that is this thick.
Well, the thing is as well, I think a lot of people, and we have it on a lot of our shows for many different reasons, but a lot of you at home, and I completely understand this, go, well, why do I actually need it? You know, why is it so important? And that is a really interesting question that we get asked quite a lot. Now, it's used to base coat and prime all of your surfaces to make them prepared for then your projects. So whether you're going to be going on with rice paper and need to uplift the colour and make it beautiful stark white so you can go on with those designs, or of course it needs to be pitch black so you can paint it and gesso it, meaning all of your mag powders pop to the surface. It's incredibly pigmented, it's incredibly thick as well. You can stencil with this and it will stay dimensional, but of course it's a catalyst for you to create so many different mediums. You can mix acrylics in here, micas, glitters you can mix inside here, you can mix your metallic paints in here, you name it, you can mix them with these mediums, and it's fabulous.
And it also creates a key for other mediums to stick to. So if you're finding a surface is a little bit tricky, pop on your gesso as a base coat and you'll find that mediums will stick to it a lot easier. Maybe, excuse me, you've done a canvas like I like to do, and I've got metal findings on there, and I've got an old paintbrush and all that kind of thing, and everything's all jiggledy-piggledy different colours. Then I gesso the whole thing and make everything one colour.
Well, that's the thing. Today I've been, I was marbling a bear today, which I know sounds really crazy. There'll be more of that coming later.
And mine.
But the marbling solution isn't quite so friendly to the material I was working with, so I gessoed the whole thing white, and it meant that now all of my projects, if I gesso them white, I can dip them into my marbling tray and it will marble them perfectly. So it's a perfect technique for marbling.
You used the gesso when you did the marbling on the apples and pears.
Apples and pears.
And it stuck to it, and also because it was bright white, the marble, the colours absolutely blossomed. I'm also going to be using the gesso on my teddy bear to create fur.
Oh, okay. I'm excited to see that one.
You keep thinking, all right then, what's happening? Well, all will be revealed at some point.
It will.
Now, one of the funnest things that we all actually have got quite excited about just recently is doing the paint pouring, okay? We're bringing you today, so it is Shop Pour. It is our teaser one. Orchid, is it?
It's the Orchid collection.
The Orchid collection, $10.99. Okay, you're getting all 4 colourways on here. Okay. Let's not have the scenario that we had yesterday, but we don't want a man. Please don't do that. So we've got our Orchid collection. Now, David, do we need to add anything to this?
No.
Or is it already in there?
These I'm going to demonstrate for you during the show, so please stay with us. I will be doing some paint pouring for you in this hour. Now, here we have got for you a selection of a wonderful minty menthol green, your vivid bright orange, almost like your neon colours, a wonderful deep purple, and a lilac. Now, this particular set here is glorious. Now, you get just over, it's about 118 millilitres in each bottle, 4 fluid ounces. Now, the Arteza ones are fabulous. They're great value for money. They will work alongside Cadence as well, so you can use your Cadence pouring with these. They're pre-mixed, ready to go. Nothing needs to be done on top, of course, the actual paint itself. Straight into a cup, straight onto a canvas, do your pouring, enjoy the process. This, though, at £10.99, is by far the best bundle price I've ever seen on any pouring paints. It's you know what, it's a try me price. If you just want to have a go at the weekend and think, I want to do a fabulous project that's different from anything else, I don't want to spend really more than a tenner, use your club points and, of course, your discount. That there for you at £10.99 with a £4.50 saving is by far my top pick of the show.
I've got a question.
Okay.
You know when I've used my resin and everything, can I pour over the top of my resin?
Yeah, of course you can. You can pour on top of resin cast, epoxy resins, and you know if you're sat at home as well, maybe you've put the Magic Bond glue inside your basket, maybe you've put a bag of resin in, you're thinking, well actually I'm still under £35. Say if you were at 30 quid, pop this in your basket, your discount's going to take it down for you, but it will tie you over to £35 and you get free postage. Why pay like £4 and odd pounds for postage when you can literally get an item in there?
Absolutely.
I mean, why not?
Absolutely, why not?
So, shop pour for this one.
Now, the next one, I adore these, okay? Shop test, you're getting 10, okay? They are really versatile and really useful. However, these are $6.99, which are brilliant. You can see that it's actually been popped in here, so you can put on that one, put just one single flower.
I know. Imagine hot gluing loads of these down to a wooden board or something and having just singular flowers in there. Or maybe you're going to get a drill. Maybe yourself or your husband's going to get the drill out and you're going to drill some holes and pop them inside a plank of wood. And, of course, you've got all the singular stems for the middle of a table.
All stood up.
That would be amazing. You get 10 inside there, just singular little carnations or sweet peas.
Which is amazing, but then I'd go a totally different way with this. Totally different way. I would do a little scene of alchemy and I would put stickers on these that say poison and rat's tails and things like that, and I'd do an alchemy scene.
Rat's tails?
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. Put thin pieces of cotton.
Where are you going to get those from?
Just bits of cotton. I pretend.
Oh, right.
I'm pretending, David.
Pretending.
So we're going to Tall Trinket Jar. Again, this was selling really fast in the last show. To shop Tall. $15.99. Love this.
Absolutely. I'm going to go and grab the sample. I think it's just on the shelf. Bear with me.
We're getting the sample, everybody. Now, again, can you imagine the fact that we're bringing you... with the moulds, I love the fact that when we bring you a mould, that these are items that you're actually going to use. You're going to have them out on display, and it's not like just making a picture and hanging it up on the wall. They're versatile, okay? So we've got lids, so you can fill them up, put things in. It's storage as well, which is fantastic. And when you buy the silicone moulds, look after them, and you've got them for a long time, okay? You know, just give them a little bit of a wipe out. Have you got it?
Got it here, look.
Got it.
So, make your fabulous mouldings.
Aren't they lovely?
I mean, these as a pen pot would look great. Let me go and grab some of my paintbrushes. Could you imagine these being on your desk, your craft desk, because you can make as many as you want, infinite amount. And I'm just going to keep all of these inside there.
All in different colours.
All in different colours. You can see I've added some of our inks to this one, just to give a wonderful marbled effect. But of course, you are also going to get the lid for it if you do want it to be a container jar.
Which is amazing.
Little planter.
Yeah, little planter. Actually, that's a nice idea. That I'm going to go with that. You could drill little holes in this, couldn't you? And have it that it's a plant pot. That would be really lovely.
You could do, yeah. You could make little legs for it as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's rude. Actually, if you don't use your test tubes, if you use your test tubes and just you've got legs because you can use your cork off the bottom and put legs on there. Just saying.
That's
okay. Cool. So shop Tall for that one. Really, really popular again. Just $15.99. Okay. We're going to go basic.
Oh, okay. So our coasters. Now these here for you're going to get 4 inside here. And of course we've called them basic because they're basic shapes, okay? But you're going to get your oval, your square, circle and your hexagon inside here too. So you can make your own little desk organiser. You could do a little vanity display inside here. You could do loads with this. Now, this is going to give you 4 moulds. So you're going to get the square, the circle and the hexagon and the oval. So you essentially could create a full set of 6 for each different shape, which would be unbelievable for your making and selling. You can use these moulds, of course, for your epoxy and your resin cast as well. So you can use it for all of those, or even if you just want to pop your coffee on it.
Oh, yeah. That's my Pyrac disc, apparently. Because it's that big. How cool are these?
All 4 inside there now, Amanda. The price of these is unbelievable. For 4 silicone molds.
It is really. Okay, $11.99.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I've got 4 sets of these. I've got 4, okay? And the reason why I've got 16 molds individually is because when I am making multiple sets, that means I can do a complete gift set within 2 hours because you can demold in an hour, okay? So I can do a full set of 8 or a set of 6, have a production line going. Whilst these are down to $11.99 for 4 molds, big molds,
Yeah, they're big.
please don't
These
forget.
are
I think
big
these are
molds.
usually around about £15. So you've got a great price there for you today. These are fabulous. I mean, you can use them for all sorts. If you're going to go for a few sets, keep some for food craft. Imagine making a big chocolate out of this and putting sprinkles inside it and everything, cellophane in it.
Could you make that into a biscuit base and then put creme caramel or something inside and then squirty cream on top?
Creme caramel. My gosh, yeah, you could do. What's a creme caramel?
Just caramel filling.
Sounds good. Yes, please.
Oh, banana boats. You could do that and put your banana in there and your cream on top.
I once went on a banana boat. It was very painful.
It's fat. Since I've said banana boat, it's allocating. Okay.
Banana boat it is.
Biscuits. Okay.
Right, okay. So, where would you like to go? And have a look at some more molds. Now, we do also have the big Trinket mold on here. This is your shell, okay? Now, this one is beautiful. It creates your mussel shell. Now, I'm just going to open this one up. It's in 2 separate pieces for you. Look at this.
$17.99. And again, this is big doozy. Look at that.
So you actually get the base itself and the lid. Now, you could put a hinge on here if you wanted to, and they lock together. Of course, you can make a candle out of this, keep your soaps, your jewelleries, all those little embellishments, trinkets, bits and bobs.
But I'm seeing three. I'm thinking 3 different things though, because this one you pour from behind, don't you?
Yeah.
And then that's your lid.
Yes.
But you could also do that mould as well. So there's 3 there.
Oh yeah, there
3
is.
different ones.
That could be your soap. Oh, that could be your soap.
Okay.
What about that?
Or a coaster.
Yeah.
Because obviously it would be flat, so you'd have the detail. Flip it over and you can have it as coasters
That's
as well.
a great
So I think
idea.
that's 3 in 1 on that one.
That's a really good shout. I'd never thought of that. So you can, of course, have your Trinket jar, which looks wonderful, that lovely clamshell, again, for storage of jewellery. Maybe it's just going to be inside here keeping cotton wool buds on your dressing table for taking your makeup off of an evening, that sort of thing. You've got
Or
that in there.
just pieces of art. Just do that and put them up on your wall.
I
Brilliant.
Like
that.
Love
Yeah,
one.
that is really cute.
Okay, so get that clamshell. You're going to love it, okay? Great gift, great for the bathroom, great for anywhere in your home, or out in the garden as a citronella candle.
Now, again, favourite. This little Trinket jar, again, as we said, hello, it's there, look. This is brilliant, look.
Look at that.
Isn't that lovely?
Yes.
Now, if you wanted to, you could actually drill and have it as you could put a little fastening on there,
Yeah.
or the little tiny.
Listen to this, though.
How nice is
Sound
that?
of porcelain.
Isn't that lovely?
It
I
literally slots. It's literally made to fit.
Oh, well.
And because it's got that little recess in there, it doesn't slide off. You can see you've got a little recess. Who's painted it?
Not me.
So you can see inside here you've got the black and white. I poured them in together and marbled it, which is a wonderful thing to do. But then you've got what feels like porcelain. You can see there's a little bit of gold flake left inside the mould when I made it. So you've got a little bit of gilding inside there.
Isn't it
too.
lovely?
I mean, a wonderful mould. Again, that
Gift
would have fit
giving.
perfectly, little cotton wool bags in there.
Storage, all that kind of thing. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And then you become the designer as well
Yes.
when you're doing this. The colours are yours. You can then do so many of the techniques with your Cadence on top of it if you wanted to. The world's your oyster.
Oh,
So,
you're shelling out on the jokes today.
I'm really sorry. So, let's go. Shell.
Oh my
dear.
gosh.
Shop Shell, $15.99.
Honestly, how shellfish of you.
I'm sorry. I have to join in.
There we go.
Now Nah, look at that.
Honestly.
That's cool.
It's cute, this. Now, this here for you, this mould is massive, okay? I've got mine out here.
Oh.
So I can see. This is Michelle.
It's Michelle.
I've called her Michelle.
This is Michelle.
So, we've got our shell here, and it's beautifully detailed. Oh, stop it. Scallop design inside. We've got another 40 minutes to go yet. Stop. So with this shell, it's really easy to demold. Fill it with your resin cast, fill it with your epoxies. But what I wanted to do and did, made a candle out of it.
Amazing, that, isn't it? How gorgeous is that? And again, gift giving. All of the moulds that you've got here, if you look after them, they're going to last you a lifetime.
Of course they are, the silicone. So
Yeah,
of course,
absolutely.
Something like this, it's fully washable as well. That one is amazing, and this one is even better. Because
a better one?
This. Yeah, it's huge.
Oh, have we got a sample of this one?
Look at this.
Oh,
Look at this big
now
shell
then.
here that we've got. Again, you pour it in from the back of the mould, so it all sits down to the recess just inside here. It looks beautiful. Now, these with your gilding flakes on afterwards look bonkers. We gilded one of these in the glitter show on Tuesday with our brand new rose gold, was it, copper foil, and it looked amazing. Please don't miss out on these moulds. They're from Creativ, you know you're getting quality, but these moulds are fabulous. What's the code for this one?
Shop Conch, $17.99, because it's your
shell.
conch shell. That is amazing, isn't it? I can't believe how big they are. Now those as dishes, etc., but also I think as nibbles, as serving dishes and things like that.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. That'd be really nice.
I'm going to say that's a good possibility, actually. And is it
Definitely
smooth?
could with that one.
Yes, you could.
But
You
that
could
one
do
you could
that as a
do.
hinge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go. But look at this is the ginkgo one.
I like
So
that.
we've got another mould on the show for you. Now this has got really fine lines on here. Now this is a wonderful shape. Maybe you're going to have this again on a dressing table or on a sink for a soap dish. Maybe you're going to have it in the kitchen.
Because it does curl up, doesn't it? You
Yeah.
can see on there it does actually. It's got shape to it. It isn't
you?
just flat.
Imagine you get all of these, you
imagine.
aquastone you decorate aquastone them all. Maybe you're having your friends around and you're going to put a little starter on it. Maybe it's going to have a little prawn cocktail on there. How cute would that be? Could you imagine?
Yeah. Oh, that's a bit going a bit posh though, isn't it?
I just think it's that's achievable though, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing that. And also like giving them as gift giving, doing that and actually selling them like that as well.
Absolutely. Remember, we've bought you brand new sprays for sublimation. We're doing lots here, so think about that. We're going to do lots of testing with this process.
Oh yeah, that is really exciting. Goodness me, is that exciting. So, what was that one? Shop Ginkgo.
Shop Ginkgo for that one. Thank you so much,
Leaf.
everyone, for joining us.
Leaf.
Oh, Shop Leaf.
Shop Leaf.
Shop Leaf for that one.
Why
It's
is
been a
that hot?
wonderful day so far today. Thank you so much for joining us. We've had such a busy day today. We kicked the day off, of course, with our sublimation. And, of course, we did the fabulous, fabulous show with the card templates. There's been loads going on today. Of course, we're going to have another look at another mould as well.
Busy everybody. Okay, busy for this one. Shop Bowl. This is the one where you can actually, because it's a nice deep dish. Okay. Oh, I want a pizza now. Deep dish, there you can put your multi-wicks in, just like David's done on the shell over there, or just have it as a storage one. Doesn't have to be for your candles. And then again with this, that is your lid. Okay, so you pour it in from behind, don't you, to the lid?
Yes, absolutely you do.
But I don't see any reason why you wouldn't do it this way either. So you'd have it as a...
Look at this.
Can we make and sell? A good question. Yes.
Absolutely you can do.
Absolutely you can make and sell.
So as well, don't forget to tap the word moose into the comments because we do have a spin the wheel for you and the word is moose. So get involved with that one. Lots of you getting involved in the comments, which is great to see. Alison says, David, did you have the banana splits? Boom, boom, ching. That's what Alison says. Definitely had a boom, boom, ching. Right, okay, so what we're going to do is we start off with some pouring. Do you want to have a look?
Why is it?
Sorry?
Right.
No, it's not. So we've never actually shared this in demonstration before here at Highlight Crafts. So
I'm getting my chair.
I've got a canvas here. You could pour onto your resin projects as well. You can do all sorts with this one. So let's do some, shall we? What I've got is my canvas with some cups to stabilise it and elevate it. I've got a tray. I've actually popped the tray into a bin liner. So when I've got a fully protected surface to work onto, you're going to want to leave it overnight to dry because you're using a fair quantity of medium here. But the value for money on this bundle is unbelievable. $10.99 for a pouring kit is fab. I don't think I've ever seen that price before anywhere. So we're going to start layering up our colours. Give them a good shake before you use them, okay? Now I'm going to start with my mint green, no particular reason why. but you can see I'm going to pop it into the cup just here. And as we put it inside, I'm going to fill it up, and look at that, we're going to layer it. And then we're going to go in with a different colour. So we're going to separate our mint green by using now our orange. There we go. And they're going to sit on top of each other. Look at that. So nice, steady flow into here. And then we're going to go in with our purple. Look at that colour. Look how these colours aren't bleeding in with one another. They're sitting on top of one another.
Orange again, David. Orange, orange, orange again.
I need to go lilac. I'm going to use all four.
No, do orange, then do lilac. Don't
But
do...
look,
Oh,
there we go. I've done it now. There we go. It's too late. Look at that. But those two colours, oh, Amanda, I can't wait to see these. They look so nice. So I'm layering up my colours, okay?
they are beautiful
Soft
colours.
tones, they are. And I'm going to start mixing it up now. I'm going to go in with the
What?
orange. Let's see. Let's go
What
in
colours? It...
here. Andrew says, what colours do you want to see? I've used all four, so which else do you want? Sorry, Andrew, I went in too fast there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in again. Let's use that mint green because it is beautiful. And again, I'm not using a lot of paint because they're all from different bottles. Right, okay, we've got our paint inside our cup now. Okay, it's all sat on those layers. So what we're going to do, there you go, look.
Oh.
Don't drop it or drink it. There we go. So we're going to take some cups. I'm going to elevate this. And I'll pop on here my canvas. It's going to make it easier for us to work with. I know if anything that's going to pour off is going to drip down the sides. Okay. And because I've put a plastic liner in here, any that drips off, I can peel that off afterwards and use it for another project. Right, there's a few things you can... Please, may I have it, please? So there's a few things you can do. You can directly pour out onto here and let it spray.
No.
Do you want me to do that one?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you can do this one as well, where I'm going to flatten it down and then we're going to tip it upside down. But you can do so many different ways. Yes. But let's just do this one to start with, shall we? Make sure all your cups are in order.
This is my favourites.
And it goes like that. Okay, so now that's sat on here. What's happening now is those colours are sinking. So the one at the top will be sinking inside here. And as eventually the cup would lift itself, but we're going to encourage it. Look at how we're getting a little seal all the way around here. And then
you got to come in close to watch it. Got to come in close to watch it. Are you ready?
Lift.
Look at that.
Okay, so we're going to lift like that. I'm just going to pop these bubbles. Okay, and then we start to pour.
Ooh.
Okay, look at this.
Yes.
So
you could use your air gun, but I think that might be a little bit strong. It might end up making it... Oh, David, that's those... Yeah, you might end up just covering everybody.
Look at that. So...
come on.
What I'm going to do is blow it. Now watch what happens. I've got my little
Look
puffer
what's
somewhere,
underneath,
but it
David.
matter. There we
Look
go.
what's underneath.
I know, it reveals the colours. Watch, I'll do it here.
Oh, look, those are the layers underneath.
Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Rotate it round. I mean, this is addictive. And then, let's do another tilt. So
does it self-level as well, my lovely?
Yes, it does. And then you can aquastone it afterwards. I'm bringing all of this down, just like that here, so you can see, drawing it through. And then let's go back again on itself. Keep moving it. Keep encouraging it to move. And that's how you get your colour separation.
Those colours are beautiful.
Aren't they just incredible? The colours on that are fabulous. Now, leave that to dry as it is. You could sprinkle mica powders on here, though, if you wanted to, while it's wet.
Yes.
You could go in with marble spray. You could do loads of different elements on here.
Could we drop a bit of foil leaf on?
You could drop foil leaf on. What I probably would do is I let it dry and then foil leaf it afterwards.
Roger.
You go with your metal leaf mixer on because you could follow the line with a brush and do gilding in all of the marbled lines. Now, that there is a kit for you of 4 acrylics, okay? 4 acrylics. Of course, this is from Arteza. These paints, though, I am so impressed by them. The pigmentation of these paints is unbelievable. Now, yeah? Hello?
I have a question.
Go on.
You know, if we can move this and then set it somewhere to dry, that all in the bottom, you know, if you've got your cups, could you roll it into it and pick it up?
Yes, so let's do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of card. Am I right just to lay this piece of card out on that table next to you, if that's okay?
Absolutely.
Oh, dear. There we go.
Sorry,
and what we're going to do is I'm going to take the cups, take one of them, and just stand that on there, like that, okay? Be super, super careful, Amanda, my lovely. Don't want you to get it on your nice white shirt. Would you be able to pass me that resin pencil pot that we've made, please?
Pencil pot, the resin one.
Thank you. Yeah, and we're gonna roll it in.
Would you like the brushes back as well?
Sure. You might have to take them out for me though, if that's okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm now going to go in with this fabulous
Tall
mould.
pot. It's the cast. Shop tall.
And then we're going to roll it into here.
Oh. David.
Look
No way.
at that.
Oh.
Look at this. We've mopped up with all of the extra bits that are left over. I mean, that is fabulous. So we've made another project there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another one. So this is one that we did earlier. And then we're going to roll that one in too from the moulds that did sell out earlier on. But look at this.
Now we're not wasting anything.
Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
How amazing is this, honestly? Then just use your finger, just push some of the bits in. You can go in with this. Of course, it doesn't look like you've used your finger or anything at all. It just looks like it's spread there. It's amazing.
Christian, sir. Christian,
Go on.
I've got dots happening here. What's happening
That's
here?
cells. You're starting to get cells. Okay, so cells will naturally start to appear on their own with the acrylic pouring kits. It has got silicone oil in there, so you will get a little bit of cell diffusion. Look at these. It's amazing. Honestly, it's so fun.
So, right, I need to just do you a little bit of an update. I was coming back to this because that's just exciting, especially out. Just my elbow was a bit wet, and I thought, I think I've been laid on sat on a baby wipe. This one, shop bundle, it's gone. It's gone, everybody. So, and we're just going to have to remove the chameleon.
Amanda's doing full tidy up.
Remove the chameleon from the set.
But everyone can still get their glue, right?
Yeah, so I can bring that back like that. See, I just moved it so I could see.
Ah, I'm with you.
$14.99 for that on its own, so I need to take that off like so. Remember, Gesso is still on here. Right, let me just move that. That's that one. Okay. So we're going to back over to demo because this is really exciting.
Yes.
The colours are beautiful, David.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this lid, okay, and I'm going to just put these cups to one side. I'm going to do a pour on top of the lid. Okay, so I'm using my little Trinket jar for this one.
All of that you could still pick up,
Oh
though,
yeah,
could you?
there's still loads to use, absolutely. But let's show some different results, things that you can do.
Okay.
So we can go directly from the bottles if you want to. Okay,
No.
You don't have to use directly into a cup. So you're minimising waste. Little spot on top of there. We're going to continue to push out, okay, on top again. And then we're going to go on top again, okay? And then we're going to go on top again and keep layering this up, all in different rings, okay?
Make it into a flower.
A flower? My goodness. I'm not Bob Ross. There we go.
Could you? No, but you...
And then we're going to go in again with our mint. Like this.
No, but if you did that and then draw a cocktail stick
yeah,
into
absolutely,
it,
you can do.
you
can
could
do
turn
stuff
it
like that
into
if
a
you want.
flower.
You could draw it in like this.
See what I mean? See? You did it. Look at that. That's beautiful.
So you can do little flowers if you want to. How cute is that?
Cute.
So let's try and do another one on the other side. So we could actually... or I could launch it towards Lewis, who's not wearing an apron, who's holding our camera. I'm so sorry. Wow. What happened there?
I don't know. You just threw it at
I
him.
literally did. Oh my gosh. Okay, so then I'm going to go in again with my colours and look at how it still travels.
Oh, I like this.
So let's then start to build this up. It looks a little bit 70s, don't you think?
Yeah, and 60s maybe. Oh, look. Oh,
Now
I like
I'm
this.
just going to go all the way around here.
Right.
Just going to fill it in.
Okay. And then you're going to do some more of your dotting.
Yeah.
I need another. You need to do some flowers, David.
But look at how now
I know it's beautiful.
I'm going to
That.
do little polka dots.
Oh my goodness me.
And I'm just adding a tiny little bit of pressure to the bottle itself. And it's dispensing out one droplet at a time.
Oh, that is so pretty.
Honestly, it's gorgeous.
That is so pretty.
Look at this.
Oh my, yeah. Oh, look at these. Do you know the colourway of this is just beautiful?
Orange.
I know you're a bit spoilt for choice there. You didn't know which you it was like. Oh, which
So
one?
what we could do now is I'm going to go in again with a fine brush. And probably something even finer would be ideal. But it doesn't matter. Let's see. I've got this one. This will work. Oh, okay. I've got a cocktail. I've got a lolly stick. I'm thinking, though, if I use this brush...
Oh, okay, that's the leaf. That's the leaf for the flower.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's rather beautiful.
Look at this. Okay, I'm just dragging the acrylics through, which allows it to pull through. Now, pushing it off the edges. And what you want to do is just keep every now and again going around the edge with a brush or a stick and just fetch off any droplets. If you've got any that have dried there, you can cut them off with scissors. Just make sure to tease it. Okay, you're going to tease it right around the edges so it wraps the whole thing. Just like that. Okay, we're wrapping the entire thing in our acrylic.
Sorry, I'm getting closer and closer
Like
because it's
then.
tickled.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness, that is like the bee's knees.
I
It
know.
really is amazing.
So the thing like this as well is that you get to enjoy the whole part of the
exciting.
process. I know a lot of you at home are probably also thinking, how long does it take to dry? How am I going to leave this for? Right, I would suggest to leave it overnight. And when I say overnight, you're going to want to be allowed between 12 to 16 hours before you even attempt to check if it's dry, okay? You'll be able to tell the surface layer will have ever so slightly changed in appearance. It won't look like it's wet, but you can gloss it, don't worry. But I would say don't add any gloss or varnish until full 24 hours has passed, but at least wait for a good 12 hours before you start to actually have a look to see if it's dried. Isn't it amazing?
This is amazing. I've got little bubbles. How do we get rid of them?
The bubbles?
Got little tiny bubbles there. Look, you've got
Yeah,
bubbles.
they're popping. So what you can do is you can go with a heat tool or a little blowtorch, you know, that little cake decorating ones, and that'll get rid of them. If you just go over with a quick hot heat tool, just very quickly, don't want to dry the acrylic, it will pop the bubbles for you, okay? But if you just blow on it, it will pop a lot of them, okay? But you can also paint with these. You don't have to pour with them. If you wanted to, you could use them as standard acrylic painting. Just because they're fluid doesn't mean you can't do decorative detailed work with them as well. So you can still do that.
There's all sorts happening on this here. It's amazing.
Aren't they fabulous? So, of course, if you want to pour, you can go into canvas, you can go into wood, you could go into metal, you could go into your resin, cardstocks, you name it. You can go into glassware as well with these. Remember, these are from Arteza. They're not Cadence, but they're Arteza. They're a fabulous family brand, okay, that you can get for the kids, the grandchildren, yourself, and you can mix your Cadence in with them, okay? So I would be going in here with some of my gold metallics afterwards, playing with the compositions. If you want it to be something that you're going to pop outside, just make sure to use a good quality varnish like Aquastone or matte acrylic varnish.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. So we're going to go all the way back down here again. Now, when you're actually using your moulds, the first thing that you need is going to be your resin. So remember, pop shop mono into your baskets because you need that into your moulds to then make your projects, okay? So shop mono, and like David said at the very beginning, this is the best ever price that we've ever brought to you, okay? Which is incredible. You do get both of them, black and white, $39.99. You've got a £20 saving, all bar a penny. Incredible. Now, these moulds, again, the versatility that you can work with these, whether it's going to be your resin or whether you... Oh, David! Chocolate bowls.
Wow.
Chocolate bowls.
Oh.
And then, Andrew, that's a good... Oh, right, he's on fire.
You'd have to
He's
drink
on
it
fire
quick.
at the minute.
Like a chocolate teapot.
It is like a... No. So a chocolate bowl and then put your hot chocolate in it, squirty cream, mellows, whatever. Oh, lovely, that one. Shop bowl, multi-wick, but it is a multi-wick candle. They suggest it's a multi-wick candle, but for me, it's just a really super, quite large storage jar as well if you wanted it to be like that. And you can have it with or without the lid. I would say that you could also have the lid as a saucer. Okay, brilliant. $17.99 for that one. We're going to go over to basic shapes because these have been busy. Are these, David, is this the best price we've ever had these at?
I've never seen them as low as that. I don't know if we have or haven't, but I don't know if it will stay at that price, but these are a brilliant value for money deal.
Aren't they? Okay, so... just reflect on it a second. $11.99 for shop basic, and then really not basic because you're going to get your little oval plate, your circle, your square, and your... Go on.
Hexagon.
Thank you. So you've got your hexagon as well, but They are not by any means basic, because to get these for £11.99, let's say between friends it's a tenner, £2.50 a mould.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
I'm with your club discount.
And your discount and your points as well that we're going to put on there for you as well. That's a little bit bonkers. And then I love doing this. So this one was one that I did as well, because this is when I had a little play. To do, and it looks a bit yin and yang, that one, doesn't it? But to do the black and white and mix them together. And then again, if you've got moulds like this, if you've got a leftover bit and you've got just a bit left, tip it into one of these moulds, and then you can still add to it, can't you?
Of course you can.
So you get, it might be a mixed bag, but then you're not wasting anything, which again, you don't when you've got your resin. Don't waste any of it. So that one is Shop Basic. Now we're going to go on to Tall, which is the one that David rolled into the pour that he did, which was beautiful. And again, it comes with the lid, or it's the saucer to put it on.
Oh, look at this. Looks...
It is a really good size. Yeah, absolutely. Because in there, I think you could get a tea light. You could definitely put a tea light or a candle in there as well, just like the others.
Fill it with wax.
Yeah, fill it with wax and use it and then you've got a little lid. Brilliant. That one, Shop Tall, $15.99. Amazing. Now, some of the other moulds that we've brought to you as well. A favourite. I can't show you the lid, because it's currently been covered.
In acrylic.
In acrylic. So we've got our lovely little trinket. Okay, it does have a lid, 2 pieces again, a lid and base, which is Shop Mould, $9.99 again, guys. That again is going to be beautiful. These on your dressing table, or you know, what is it that men have? They don't have dressing table. What do you guys have?
Side table.
You don't have the floor, Drew. You don't put your watch and your stuff on the floor, do you, kid? Do you? Oh, we'll have to make you some of these then, I'm afraid. So you could actually have these cufflinks and things like that if you want to go that way for keeping little knickknacks and things in. Then we've got this one. And now you saw this is substantial. Absolutely substantial mould. This one is Shop Muscle, $17.99. Then we're going to go to Shop Shell, which is this one. And again, these are big. These are big moulds. They're not little tiny. These are big moulds. So Shop Shell on that one, $15.99. Shop Conch. Now look at the picture. I'm going to bring it closer. There you go. Isn't that beautiful?
It's gorgeous. I love this mould.
Yeah, absolutely love that. So that one, and again, you can see how big these are. These are big moulds, $17.99. And then the last one is Shop Leaf. I've just read it as loaf.
That's the next mould.
I'm just ready for my dinner, so I read it as loaf. It will do me shopping
I thought
list.
you meant you wanted a loaf.
Fill-in and scraper. Fill-in and scraper set, which is our scraper. These, $3.99. Limited stock on these, only 6 left. We're going to, you know, because you know how transparent we are here. 6 left, $3.99. If again, that's a really good one. If you need to get your basket just tipped over. Yeah?
Absolutely.
If you just want to get your basket spent, if you're not quite there at your £35, pop that in, because even if you don't use them for your resin or anything else, use them for your screen printing, brilliant. Use them for your stenciling, putting your lovely medium that you've got coming.
Oh, yeah.
Through your stencils with that. If you, absolutely, okay, shout for you guys. Put these in your baskets today, because if you don't, you're going to regret it tomorrow when you see what David's bringing you.
Would you want to see what I'm bringing you?
Yeah, go on then.
Oh, what's this that's just appeared in there?
Oh, look.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, look.
Wow. So, this is launching tomorrow.
It is, and I'm not here.
I'm only going to very briefly for a minute or so just share this with you. This
is your texture paste.
It's brand new diamond metallic relief paste. Ow! Really quickly, just going to share with you these massive medallion stencils that I've been going through.
It's upside down.
Look how thick and dimensional this is. It is proper chunky, but look at that. Honestly, I love this so much, honestly. I can't wait for the show. I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing projects like this during the show. And do you know what? You've only got until 8 a.m. tomorrow to wait for that one. So please don't miss it. Please be there. It's a 2-hour one.
2-hour launch. So I don't think it's going to last. I don't think it's going to last. I don't think, yeah, that's going to fly. So I'm just going to say that $3.99, if you don't get it today, tomorrow when you see David working with all the stencils and the paste, you're going to wish that you'd actually got that. Three left, multi-buy for $3.99. They're phenomenal, absolutely brilliant. Like I say, when you see tomorrow, you're going to go, I wish I had it. Where are we going now? What are we doing, David?
Should we just quickly show how the resin cast works and how we could mix a bit of our pouring paints into it?
I'm pulling the chair up.
Okay, so I'm going to do a bigger solution for this one, okay? So I'm going to put on my weighing scale. I'm going to put my cup on and just going to set it back to 0. Now I'm going to do 200 grams of resin cast, okay? But actually, before I do, I'm going to go with water first, okay? So we're going to double everything. A rule of thumb is 100 grams of resin cast powder and 35 grams of water. So we're going to do 70 grams of water, 200 grams of powder, okay?
Yeah.
So going
just
in
like
here.
baking.
Absolutely. So just here, I'm going to go in with 70. Let's have a look. So I'll stop just as it gets to 70. Don't worry. You can, of course, use a bit of a buffer. Don't worry about, there we go, 71. And then what we're going to do is go back to 0.
That's like one of those things that you see on the memes, isn't it? How old were you when you realised that X was this?
What's that?
Just recently, Andrew's got to the age that he is, and he's only just recently realised that 1 gram is 1 milliliter is a gram. Same weight difference.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah, no, it's one of those things that you wouldn't necessarily know.
You don't cook, though, do you, Drew?
Or bake, maybe.
You don't bake, do you? You don't bake, though, do you? Yeah, but I bet Soph knows about that milligram.
Well, I figured it out actually through craft. That's how I found it out. So everyone finds it different ways. But yes, exactly. Pure water weighs exactly the same amount as it measures, which is amazing. So some of your moulds, of course, are going to vary. I'm doing a batch of 200 grams here.
So what David is working with at the moment is Shop Mono. So you get the white and the black together for the best, lowest price that we have seen now, $39.99. You've got a $19.99 saving. The lovely Drew has just said, can you make grey? Absolutely. Mix them together.
Yeah, of course, mix them together. Or mix a cup of white like this, a cup of black, and pour a bit into either one of them, a gentle stir, and it'll marble.
Well, yeah, because you want to mix them to the right ratio.
Yes.
So one's 35, one's 25 with the water. So you want to mix them to the right ratio and then make your colour. Absolutely.
So I'm mixing this thoroughly so we don't have any lumps or bumps, and you can see it wants to be like double cream.
What's the prep time? How long have I got before it goes off for me to get it into the mould?
You want to, when you've actually mixed this, you want to have it poured into your mould within 5 minutes.
There we go.
If you leave it longer than 5 minutes, the consistency is going to ever so slightly start to change. It's not a natural air drying process, it's a reaction, okay? It generates a very small amount of heat, not enough to burn you, of course. It just gets warm. But it will take roughly an hour to an hour and a half for it to be fully demoulded. In your larger moulds, it can take a bit longer. Creativ do suggest wait up to 4 hours, okay? But I've demoulded within an hour and it's been fine. If you can afford to just leave it a bit longer, please do. But make sure you leave it at least 24 hours before you paint it or gild it or varnish it, okay? All the moisture needs to have fully evaporated.
I was just going to say, is there a reason for that? And you answered it.
Absolutely. So we're going to take our palette knife, okay? And then what we're going to use is some of our acrylics from our Arteza pouring set.
Going to make it coloured?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to swirl it, so I'm not going to fully mix it.
You're going to, sorry?
I'm going to swirl it. So I'm going to put
all right then.
a bit there. And then let's go in
Swirly whirly. We're getting down to the last little bit of the show. We're into single figures of the pouring acrylics. So if you're wanting that and you see this next technique, absolutely you need to be popping that into your baskets. Yeah, let's do the winner bit, Andrew. I'm going to get the wheel.
Here we go.
Mousse, yes.
Look at this.
Debbie S. Hi, Debbie.
Congratulations,
thank you, darling.
Debbie.
You've made that's brilliant. I'm going to do the. We'll come back to David in a second. What number? 150 points, Debbie.
Oh, congratulations, Debbie. Well done.
You.
Fabulous. Send us an email, help@highlightcrafts, and we will get, of course, those points added to your account. Now, what I've done here, you can see I'm just jumping the mould. I've added my resin to it, just
You've
adding
done
a
what?
little bit more.
Jumped in the mould?
I've not jumped in the mould. So what I've done is I have gone just in here. I'm just going to disturb that surface with my lolly stick. There we go. Bring some of that colour around. And there we go. You jump it like this to get any air bubbles to come to the top. And there you have a fabulous acrylic marbled mould. Now, when we demould this, it's going to look beautiful. I will upload a picture to this to my Facebook page later.
Look, turn that round. Look at that. Look at the colours that are actually moving through there. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us. We've had a fabulous hour for the last one of today. Please remember, set your alarms for in the morning, because if you're not there, you will miss this launch and it's gonna fly. So 8 and 9, and then 8, 9?
8, 9 and 10.
8, 9 and 10, and the trimmer is on as well, so the 5-in-1 trimmer. It's already flying. Lovely to have your company this afternoon. We're going to find a cup of tea and a sandwich, I think.
Ooh.
And we'll see you all in the morning. Bye.
Bye.